If you like to design using Cricut Design Space on your iPhone or your iPad, I've got 3 functions that are only available on your iPhone and iPad. Once you get those down, you're going to amaze everybody. The first function is called 3D Layer Visualization. This is one of the features that you can only do on an iPad or an iPhone from Cricut Design Space, and it's called 3D Layer Visualizations. So what you do is when you click on your object, and I have this little cow, you're probably going to see a little gray circle in the middle with kind of round arrows in it. Now when you use your finger and you touch it, you can move your little cow around and you can see all the layers of that cow, and as soon as you let go of it, that cow is going to go back to your image that you selected. So it can help you determine how many layers you need of paper to cut and what the layers look like. So hope you like it. I think it's pretty cool. The next function you're going to see is called Snapmat. This is another feature that's only available on the iPhone or iPad, and it's called Snapmat. And you may or may not be familiar with it, but it's kind of a unique way of centering or placing an image on the exact spot you want on your Cricut mat. I've done this before where I had a real fancy die cut and I wanted to get my text centered just right on this die cut, or if you have an odd piece of paper and you're just trying to see if your image will fit. So I have these little cherries here and I want to see if they'll fit on this kind of strange shaped piece of paper I have. So you're going to go ahead and click on Make It, and Snapmat only becomes available when you're coming to cutting your mats. So you can see in the lower left corner you have the little Snapmat icon, and I wanted to see if I can get these little cherries to fit. So I'm going to click on that, and as I stand up here, you can see that I have my mat here, and you can probably see my foot sticking out, that you're going to try to center over the mat and get a picture of it. I'm going to tell you right now, this could take 10 seconds or it can take a long time. So if it does take let's hope it doesn't take a long time. Those little blue dots are going to bounce around and kind of let you know if you are centered well or not. Okay, so my Snapmat finally took a picture of my mat, and you can see that I've got a piece of paper stuck in the lower corner. So what you can see right now is if you aren't happy with this picture, in the upper left corner you can retake it, or in the right you can go ahead and use it. I'm going to use this. I'm going to click on that. Now one other thing too, you cannot save this picture. It's only for the task that you're doing right now. So I'm going to take my little cherries, and at this point you can rotate and move an object on your mat, but you cannot resize it. So if the cherries would not happen to be the right size, I'd have to go back to the design screen and resize them. But I can see it fits in there just fine, so I'm going to keep going with my cut. Thanks, and that's what Snapmat is all about. The last function I'm going to show you is called Photo Canvas. Enjoy! This is another function that's only available on the iPad and your iPhone when you're designing in Cricut Design Space, and it's called Photo Canvas. When you have been designing recently, if you use your iPhone or your iPad, you may have noticed in the bottom toolbar that you have a camera down there. Well, this is what you can use the camera for. I have this group of lovely Anna Griffin flowers, and before I go ahead, it's a print then cut group of flowers. I want to see what it's going to look like if I print it and put it on this piece of paper that I have. So I'm going to go ahead, and I've got it beneath my iPhone. When I click on the camera, I can see that I have this rather busy bunch of sunflowers, and I have to tell you, I don't like it. So I'm not going to print and cut these flowers to attach to this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just shut the camera off, and it's going to go back to my normal screen. You do not have templates in Design Space on your iPhone and your iPad, and this can maybe kind of help you see what something would look like, especially if you're designing t-shirts or things like that. You can have a look, but you're not going to get that accurate sizing that you do on your laptop or PC. It's just kind of there to help you judge a little bit to see what your design's going to look like. So I hope you like this little feature. It's kind of fun too. Thanks for watching.